Let's talk about readiness. Now, how many of us ever feel completely ready to try something new, to take some sort of risk, to start a business, to go off on some different path, right? It's something that, oh my gosh, I have a cat on my lap. Sorry, he's moving around. Okay. Max, are we ready to do this video? Okay. Readiness is something that I think we all sort of fantasize about, I'll just wait till I'm ready to be able to do this thing. But in reality, it's not going to come to those who wait. Readiness is this sort of illusionary milestone that we think about, that we think we need to have a certain amount of knowledge, a certain amount of feeling comfortable and confident in what we're doing, a certain amount of experience, and a certain amount of, the right materials and tools and settings and all of that to then finally feel that it is the right time. And of course, you've probably heard a million times, there's no perfect time to start something. And if we keep waiting for the perfect time, we're going to keep waiting. And that's, of course, not a recipe for success. It's a way of hindering yourself from all of the progress, all of the growth, and all of the readiness you could be achieving by just starting off in the first place. Cat adjusting himself, please hold. Okay, and I think also when we get that feeling that we're not ready, we could take it as a sign that it is the wrong time to do that thing, or that it is not in our best interest, that we're on the wrong path, and that's not always the case. Some of it is fear, because fear is trying to protect us from the unknown or from potential risks, whatever those may be. And that could just be something that we're doubting ourselves on versus, a real intuition or a real sign that we need to do something else and not try this new thing. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will, right? So the key to remember with readiness is that we learn as we go. For example, I just started this YouTube channel pretty recently. This is the third video on it, and I didn't wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to sit in front of a camera and share my thoughts with whoever's watching. Now that I'm totally confident on camera, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna build this channel and all of this. There was never that point at which I felt ready. There was just a point at which I was like, well, I'm not gonna get any better at this if I don't just start and practice. And I think that's a really important aspect of readiness, or of kind of pushing yourself to actually get started, is to remember that you're not going to get better at something unless you actually do it. And that's how you're going to end up feeling more comfortable and more confident about what you're doing. That's how you're going to gain experience. That's how you're going to learn and make mistakes and figure out things, is just by going for it. And that's just kind of the practice makes perfect idea, which I'll never be perfect at this, and that's fine. But it's the act of actually doing it and going through this process and just getting started that really pushes you to grow and learn the things that you need to learn, develop the skills that you need to develop, and gain that experience to be able to eventually feel comfortable and confident doing whatever it is that you're trying to do. And on that note, I think you'll never feel ready to do something unless you let yourself start and become ready through the process of doing the thing. So I think most importantly, to emphasize this idea of readiness, is allow yourself to be a beginner. Allow yourself to go for it, try it out, be messy, make mistakes. We're human, allow yourself to be human and to just learn in the process. Allow yourself to grow into that role of whatever it is that you're trying to do, and to gain that experience along the way, because that's the only way that it's going to happen. It's the only way to end up feeling ready. And kind of on that note too, if you do feel totally ready to do something, you also have to ask yourself, is it even worth doing? Because at that point, how much are you going to learn along the way? How much are you going to grow? How much is that experience going to benefit you if it's something you're already totally comfortable with and totally experienced in or knowledgeable about? Because at that point, you're not pushing yourself outside your comfort zone at all, and it's, not really something that's going to benefit you very much. Now, of course, that's on kind of a macro scale. When we talk about brushing our teeth, we probably all feel ready to brush our teeth at some point because we know what we're doing and it's easy and it's simple and it's something we do hopefully every day. but that's obviously still something we have to continue doing, and that's still going to benefit us. But that's not what I'm talking about. That's not like learning and growth and professional development and all that kind of stuff. When we're talking about going for something like starting a YouTube channel or starting a business or changing up your career path or developing habits and things like that, you're probably not going to feel ready to do something that is actually going to be helpful for you because it's something new, it's something a little bit challenging a lot of times. It's going to take discipline, it's going to take a lot of focus, maybe a lot of maybe personal risk in a way. Of course, please do everything safely, but risk in the sense of putting yourself out there, and that might be intimidating, that might be a little bit uncomfortable. Just like me talking to the camera right now, do I feel ready to do this? Not really, but I'm doing it because I'm learning through the process, and that's the only way I'm going to get better at it. So probably already said that 4 times. So I've shared a little bit about my thoughts on readiness, and I'd love to hear what you think. If you have a secret formula for feeling ready for something, or if you kind of agree with that idea of you need to just kind of go for it and learn along the way. And do you have any experiences where you didn't feel ready to start something and then you just went for it? And how did that feel? Did it go horribly wrong, or did you learn through the process and was it eventually beneficial for you? I'd love for us to start a discussion down in the comments about that. So if you're willing to share any of your personal experiences or past readiness experiences and things like that, let's talk about it in the comments and build up this community of supporting each other, encouraging each other, and learning from each other. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.